Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Devita Puji Puspitasari and I'm from Skill 4, and today I will uh, I will show you about my summarizing and synthesizing articles. Okay, the summarizing, the first one. So this article titles Indonesia needs to revive interest in reading books. Okay, first of all, let me zoom it. Okay, from Jakarta, Antara News, study about most literate nation in the world by Central Connecticut State University in 2016 placed Indonesia second only to Bosnia as the least interested in reading books among 61 countries surveyed. Among ASEAN members countries, Indonesia is the least literate, with Singapore ranked the 36th, Malaysia the 53rd, and Thailand the 59th. Indonesia's low interest in reading is contrary to its interest in using internet. The country is the sixth largest in the world in number of internet users. In 2017, a market research agency, eMarketer, estimated there were 112 million netizens in Indonesia outnumbered those in Japan, where the number of internet users grew slower. The website of Statista.com said 5 social media used most by Indonesian netizens are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter Path, and Google+. The number of Facebook users in Indonesia is the fourth largest in the world after India, the third with 195.16 million users, the United States with 191.3 million users, and Brazil with 90.11 million users. The easy access to information and the span of flow of information through internet have made Indonesian people less interested in reading books. Our people become to lose interest in reading newspaper, books, and other printed matters. The result is sluggish improvement in our literacy. Literacy campaigner and founder of Urban Women Books Club, Natalie Indri, said. Another factor causing less interest in reading books among the Indonesian people is limited access to books, notably in isolated areas. Inge Tumiwa Parkins, the writers of Eating Clean on public interest in reading books in Belitung, said although a museum has been built by popular writer Andrea Hirata, most people on the island, especially school children, have no library with quality books to read. Library is not yet seen as a priority by the people, and the Library of Regional Administration has few visitors partly because of the limited availability of new books in the library. The library has only old and outdated books. The interest in reading, therefore, is slow to grow as culture is not developed toward reading culture, Inge said. Data at the Indonesian Association of Publishers, or IKPI, show that in 2012 there were 80,000 books entitled, up to 30,000 titles in 2014. The numbers are not proportional with the countries with the 250 million population, the fourth largest in the world. Many people have expressed concern with the slow growth of reading culture in the country as a result of the growing interest in internet. Natalie Indri and Inge Tumawijaya have tried to cope with the problem in their respective ways. Indri has since 2012 worked together with a radio station in a program of free book club trying to introduce books as a part of lifestyle. In addition, together with non-profit community of Urban Women Books Club, Indri called on all Indonesian women to seriously address the problem and show concern with the decline in interest of reading books in urban area as a result of the easier access to internet information. We also accept and welcome to advising information technology. We even use internet in communication with other writers all over the country, make use of social media services, but our mission is to spread and to revive the spirit of giving time for books, he said. And a number of female activities of writer community contribute free books for the people in their literacy campaign. They even visit areas carrying books to be given free to the people in certain areas, hoping to develop interest in reading. In discussion with the people, we raise topic of contemporary issues of interest to them, Indri said, adding, it is time for our people to develop the reading culture and read themselves from uh, being uh, being believed with the hoaxes. Meanwhile, a Director General of Informatics Application of the Communication and Informatics Ministry, Samuel Brijani Pangeranan, said less literate people tend to be easily cheated by hoaxes or false information. A survey saw that Indonesian people believe in 65% of internet information. This is bad. The percentage is quite high in comparison with people in many other countries, Samuel said in a session of dialogue on World Press Freedom Day 2017 here on Monday. He said in countries of high literacy, the belief in internet information is low as better educated people tend not to take anything for granted. Based on the survey, well-educated people, before taking any information as true, would first look for confirmation from other sources, such a book, he said. Through internet, anyone could claim to be anybody or anything, he said, adding internet users therefore need to learn how to control emotion and think maturely. Apart from controlling emotion, we have to be able to retrain ourselves from spreading information which we could not guarantee its validity. There is a vow against spreading false information. To be safe, we better just keep information that contains propaganda. And next, okay, this is the summary. The first is Indonesia is a country that has low reading interest from various sources. And then second, Indonesians are more interested in using social media than in reading. Besides that, another reason is the limited availability of new books in the library. And next is a lack of interest in reading in Indonesia has resulted in many Indonesians believing in fake news or hoaxes. Okay, the next one is synthesizing. This is the first article and I've been read it before for the summarizing. This is the article 1. And this is the article 2. Okay, the article 2 have a title, a factor causing low reading interest among Indonesian students. Okay, let me zoom it first. Okay. Reading is a window to the world that can provide extensive information to increase knowledge in everything. Unfortunately, students today still ignore the importance of reading. This makes their reading interest very low. According to UNESCO, Indonesia ranks 69th of 170 and 127 countries in reading competence, and only 1 out of 1,000 people in Indonesia loves reading. Why does the low reading interest occur in Indonesia? It is caused by various factors. The following section lists four of the major causes. The first factor is related to the environment. Just like the other habits formation, environment play a great role in reading habit establishment. With good and conducive reading infrastructure and atmosphere, like books, nice places, role models, and appreciation, reading interest can grow. If the environment, on the other hand, is inconvenient and unhelpful, for instance, no people around use a lot of readings, we will also dislike it. Therefore, preparing a conducive environment is very important to hone reading interest. The second factor is online gaming. Most of today's students like playing online games. They say online games can release their fatigue and stress, but the fact is that they do it excessively. The have the There have even been uh, opiated so that forget almost anything if they have start playing online games, such as extreme fondness of playing online games make reading uninteresting for them. In line with this, it is very urgent to make them realize that reading can also be an effective means of releasing one's fatigue and stress. The third factor is social media. News on social media is endless. Social media also facilitates instant and brief communication, including texting. Most of these news and texts are very short and use daily easy language, so that people are not required to employ much thinking to read them. No wonder why many people spend hours every day reading and chatting through social media unwittingly. This makes people lazy to read books. To conclude, the absence of conducive environment, excessive fondness of online games, and spending too much time using social media have caused Indonesians to have low reading interest. Therefore, providing conducive environment for reading and making people aware of the importance of reading are two of the main things urgently needed to develop a better interest in reading among Indonesia. Okay, this is the synthesizing from those two articles. The first one is with the title Indonesia needs to revive interest in reading books and factor causing low reading interest among Indonesian students. The first one is Indonesia has limited interest to read books based on various sources. And then social media and also the limited availability of books in the library play a role in this problem. And other factors are social media, online games, and also the environment. So from the two articles, we can conclude that there are several factors that influence why reading interest in Indonesia is still low. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I think that's all that I can say. I'm sorry if I make a lot of mistakes. Thanks for the attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.